What's up, y'all? It's Joshua here, and I'm back with another video, and it seems like it's been forever. In this video, I'm basically going to be going over the main parts of my college journey, briefly discussing what's next, and thanking my friends and family for everything. Now, I recently graduated USF with the Bachelor's of Science degree in Finance, and it would not be possible without the support from any of y'all. There's plenty of lessons that I learned throughout college, and I believe everyone's story is different. Some people get to spend their college years in a dorm, and some people get to stay at home with their family while still in school. I had the luxury of staying at home down in Broward with my family for the first half of my freshman year while working a part-time job. The following semester, I ended up transferring to USF because I got accepted for the spring semester instead of the fall. Now, I wasn't too happy with the fact that I got accepted for the spring semester because at this time, there was no available on-campus housing, and the same thing happened to one of my friends who also enrolled at USF. I didn't dwell on it too hard because I did get the benefit of going to 2 out of the top 10 universities in Florida, and I'm able to share my personal experience at both. While starting my first semester at USF in 2023, I created this YouTube channel. Around the same time, I also enrolled in the AFROTC program at USF, and I learned plenty throughout this experience and made some amazing friends along the way. This semester of my freshman year was the semester I pretty much did all the partying, went out, and had that college experience that everyone talks about. Fast forward to the end of my sophomore year, I ended up dropping the AFROTC program due to just life happening. And I may make another video in the future of why I dropped out of it, but I don't regret any decisions I made along the way, and I'm grateful for all the opportunities that came with being in the program. Again, I'm a pretty optimistic person, so when it comes to certain experiences or even anything in life, I just take it as a lesson. In the summer of 2024, after my sophomore year, I came back down to Broward and locked in with my girlfriend. This summer of 2026, it's going to be 2 years since we started dating, so I'm looking forward to that. My junior year, I had classes both in person and online. For the fall semester, I ended up working 2 jobs and handling 15 credit hours at the time. Now, this was a true turning point in my college journey because at the time, finances were pretty tough. And I was on the verge of moving back to Broward and just enrolling at a local university near South Florida. Right now, it doesn't seem like that option would have been the worst case scenario, but at the time, I just truly wanted to be able to stay independent while not having to depend on my family to accomplish certain goals or even become successful. During this time, I was also doing long distance, and me and my girlfriend were able to just set goals, and that had a big contribution in just pushing each other each and every day. I do believe having a best friend or significant other or maybe even like accountability partner encourages people to move in a positive direction. So I'll always be grateful and thankful that the man up above was able to get me through that point in life. The spring semester of my junior year, I was taking 16 credit hours and then working as a ramp agent at the airport. Now, the reason I was taking so many credit hours my junior year is because I had requirements for my senior year, and the only way I was able to take those classes my senior year is if I just handled the prerequisites before. And flashing back to my freshman year, I wasn't taking as many credits, but I was also still doing ROTC, which is not as many credits, but it still takes a lot of my time. In addition to this, I had no intention of doing an extra year or semester of school, so I just set my mind to just get it over with and just grind through it. And I'm pretty happy that I was able to get through that because the relief of just not having to worry about those classes, it was one of the best feelings. The summer after my junior year, me and my girlfriend moved in together, and this was one of the great accomplishments that we pushed for every day. So all glory to God for that. My fall semester, all of my classes were online, and then the spring semester, all of my classes were online as well, except for one class. I had one in-person class, and then that one in-person class, I ended up having with one of my old ROTC friends. And thankfully he was in that class because that saved me a debate of just whether I should drop the class or not. The professor assigned an excessive amount of work compared to the rest of my classes, so that was pretty annoying. But it's over now, thankfully, and now I'm a USF alumni. Now, it's always been a dream for me to fly planes, and recently while I was still in school, I did a discovery flight. A discovery flight is basically where you go up in the air with a certified flight instructor and they let you take over controls for however long they want. If I don't feel comfortable with a certain maneuver, I'm able to say your controls and the CFI just takes the controls back. It's completely safe, and if you ever have dreams or aspirations to fly, I highly recommend. The sooner you do it, the better. Ever since that day, I constantly think about flying as I grew up loving aviation. Flight school is going to be my next step, and the biggest barrier to entry is money. So what I've gone ahead and done is create a whole separate savings account for flight school. This savings account has 3% APY, and any of the contributions that I got from my graduation party is going in there, as well as any of the contributions that I will be making in the future. The savings path, it's gonna take a while, but I'm determined, my mind is set, and I'm gonna be bringing my YouTube channel with me for the journey. I'm currently still working in the aviation industry as a ramp agent, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. So you'll probably hear me talk about it, or I might just publish videos about it in the future, but yeah, that's the goal. On to the thank yous. First off, I just want to thank my parents for all of their hard work, encouragement, and dedication that they put into furthering my education. Times did get hard financially, but their support never left. I wasn't the best communicator, and that's something I'm still working on till this day, but they understood that, and I'm happy that we were able to find a system that works for all three of us. Whether it's calling, texting, or me visiting them, or them coming up to Tampa and visiting me, like, all of it just worked out. And I could go on about how thankful I am for them, but just know they worked very, very hard, and that's why they're at the position they're in today. Next, I want to thank all of my siblings, cousins, and friends for their support and just having the best humor. There are countless memories that we made throughout college, or even before that, whether it's just festivals, concerts, parties, you name it, or like vacations. Like we did it all. Y'all are the reason I pretty much started doing YouTube, because yes, these are memories that I'm sharing with the public, but none of these memories can be created without y'all while truly enjoying the moment. So thank y'all for real. Next, I want to thank all of my aunties, uncles, grandmas, and any extended family. The amount of wisdom and knowledge I retained from y'all is unbelievable, and I would never be in this position if it wasn't for y'all, for real. Whether it came to just planting seeds or planting God over the years, I never lost sight, but the reason just always grew, and the why always expanded. Like, there's always a reason for something. It just makes sense. Everything just kept on making sense. So I'm continuing to see that throughout life right now, because wisdom is such a powerful tool that you can use to achieve goals, whether it's milestones, goals, and y'all saw my drives, and not many people see that, so thank you. Lastly, I want to thank my girlfriend for pushing me every day. She's my accountability partner, and many times she would hear me say negative things, whether it be I'm gonna drop out or I'm not doing this assignment. She truly understands what it means to be hardworking and handling school at the same time, and I'm beyond grateful that we have each other. To end all this video, I want to say some words of encouragement or help anyone who is currently in college or in school, or anyone who might be taking a break from school. Maybe it was a lot going on at the time and you're trying to find or break that barrier to go back. If you're finding it difficult, just try to remember difficulty is part of the process. If you've been in school, you know that feeling when you finished all of your assignments, all of your tasks, and you finally feel relieved. You can sit back, chill, watch Netflix, do your thing. Now, that feeling might have been great, but the following week you got 15 assignments, 2 midterms, 2 essays, all of it just piled up into a span of 1 week. And that's the headache that we all experience, and the only way to avoid or suppress that headache is if you get ahead of it. If you set yourself forth and just plan it out, make sure you can knock this stuff out before things all crumble into one headache. Find what works for you, or just even watch a YouTube video and try to find a system that suits you. But yeah, that's all I got. If you have any questions, drop a comment, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later.